whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. It's the kind of thing, you know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Woo! You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Raiders coming in at 5-1, going up against the Chiefs, who come in at 2-4. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup, let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, apart from a 13-year gap in L.A., we are at the home of the Raiders since 1966. But how much longer will they be playing football in Oakland, California? Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down following the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a 1st down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
They go play action here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by the former 1st-rounder, Justin Gilbert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come out here in the I. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Eric Armstead in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
From his goal line here, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken around the 12. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Markevius Kiki Mingo is one of those versatile outside linebackers who can rush the passer as a defensive end, yet drop into coverage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. He got 29 yards that time.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Eric Armstead was a big-time high school basketball player turned into college football All-American. Now they're counting on him in the NFL to fulfill his promise.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. From the gun on third down, Newton. Got a man and he hits him in stride. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Now Carr throwing on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down, 8. Now they'll throw with Carr. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion. Watkins alone on the left side. Second and 10, Newton again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing on third down, Newton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, it's Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Throwing again is Newton. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. It's a gain of 20 that time. Good enough for an Oakland first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
20.
Newton on first down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On second down, Hill. And this is going to result in losing yardage. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Nice play, baby, nice play.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Do something.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play. Came across and knocked it away.
To the air again, Newton. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Brett Kern now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a cut to the sideline. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. To throw, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by the former first-rounder, Justin Gilbert. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. And now here comes Kansas City. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. On second down, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Now after the INT, it's Carr surveying the field. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Four yards remaining now on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd down and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
action. Now it's Carr. And finding Fedorowicz. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. C.J. Fedorowicz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back to throw, Newton. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Watkins alone on the left side. Second and 10. Newton again. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And this is caught. That's Watkins. 14 yards that time for number 14. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. So the offense has it first and 10. Hill, the lone setback. On first down, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. On second and 10, Newton. His throw caught right around the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, has it?
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day. And sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Watkins alone on the left side. Play action. It's Newton. And Rudolph has it left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough Just bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Newton on third down. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. And some space here. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. And now a first down following that long gain. From the red zone now, Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Hill, the lone setback. Second and 10. Newton again. Can't find anyone open. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Throwing on third down, Newton. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing again is Newton. Flushed out right. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Cam Newton with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and very short here, less than a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the 2nd one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Chiefs, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.